Hello YouTube, how you guys doing today? Thanks for stopping by, being a passenger on the P Reacts Daily Train. I appreciate everybody that's been coming by and helping out with the channel. Please like, comment, subscribe. It really helps out, especially since I'm a newer channel. Also, it helps with the algorithm. Don't forget, this is not a substitute for the original content, so go over to the original artist, watch it on their channel, give them a like, show them some love. Also, we don't redistribute any of the content, so we're following all the copyright rules. My name is P, and we'll get started on this video as soon as we see our disclaimer. Alrighty, today's video we have music artist jobs before they were famous. So this will be interesting. Who did what before they became famous and what kind of work did they do? That'd be pretty nice. This is one of our top 10, top 25 list series that we're doing on the channel. We'll have these off and on here and there. And this is from the channel Top 10 All List. So go over to their channel, watch it on their channel, give them a like, show them some love, all that, because this isn't the original content. We're just reacting to that content. So my channel and their channel are different. So go over there, watch it on their channel if you want to see the full thing and how everything is and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, let's get started on this and check it out.
Before they sold out stadiums and topped the charts, your favorite music stars were just regular people grinding through everyday jobs. From flipping burgers to scrubbing floors, these surprising first gigs will make you see them in a whole new light. Stick around as we reveal the beginnings of some of the biggest names in the music industry. You won't believe who worked where before making it big.
Oh wow, dudes, I gotta back up. I'm just spacing out. I'm waiting for the video to start and they're actually showing everything in the below here. Let me back this up. Okay. Madonna, nude model. What the heck? Gravedigger, Rod Stewart. Oh my goodness,
Burgers
that's
to
crazy.
scrubbing floors. These
Elvis was a truck driver.
surprising first gigs will make you see them in a whole.
Mick Jagger, a hospital what?
Flipping burgers to scrubbing floors. These surprising first gigs will make you see them in
Hospital porter. I'm not sure what that is. I wonder if that's somebody who maybe helps bring people in when they show up in the ambulance, maybe. That kind of makes sense, I guess. But yeah, that's interesting on these. Some of these are just strange. A gravedigger, though, Rod Stewart. No wonder he wanted to get out of that job. What a difference, gravedigger to a singer.
in a whole new light. Stick around as we reveal the beginnings of some of the biggest names in the music industry. You won't believe who worked where before making it big.
School janitor, Kurt Cobain. That's a nice upgrade. Go from a janitor to a singer. Yeah. What a good jump that was. Sold CDs from his car, Jay-Z. So he pretty much stayed the same the whole time. He was dedicated. Nicki Minaj, waitress. A lot of famous people end up being waiting tables and stuff, so that kind of makes sense, I guess. Kanye West, Fendi intern. I don't know what a Fendi intern is. Maybe you guys, if you know, let me know what that means. I don't know. Maybe that's the name of a company and they were an intern. He was an intern there. I don't know.
Breaking down my walls again, just to set me free. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you are, will always leave me? Why do I, baby?
Garth Brooks, the bouncer. I can see that. He's kind of built pretty big. Courtney Love, a sex worker, of course. She was wild already, so that I can see that. Lady Gaga, waitress, of course. Elton John, a pub pianist. So he was doing the same thing too. So he was dedicated, just working on it until he became famous.
baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always, always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I?
So Eminem, a comic artist. I could see that because he always drives some of them little things in some of his lyrics and stuff. You see little like pictures sometimes. Cardi B, a stripper. I heard that before, so I knew that one. She kind of has that mentality too. You can kind of tell. Johnny Cash, U.S. Air Force. I didn't know that. Yeah, that's a good one. Very nice. And then Shania Twain, a McDonald's crew. Yeah. Interesting, interesting. That's a nice upgrade too there. Go from working at McDonald's to being a professional singer. Yeah. Nice jump there.
Love the touch but never love the feeling.
George Harrison, one of the Beatles, an electrician. Wow. That's kind of an equal move because you're making really good money as an electrician and you make good money as a singer too. So that was a bold step there to go from that good money to taking a chance that who knows what might happen. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, very nice. Amanda Palmer. I have no clue who that is. Amanda Palmer. Sex worker. Yeah, okay. David Bowie, an ad agent. Wow, that's a pretty cool job. I like David Bowie. He was a pretty cool singer. Ad agent. And then Patty Smythe is a bookstore clerk. Yeah, a lot of people pronounce her name wrong. Because growing up and everybody, even she, I heard her say it's Patty Smythe. It's almost like the H is an E, Patty Smythe. But a lot of people say Smith or Smythe or something like that. I don't know. Bookstore clerk. That's a big change. You go from a bookstore clerk just bored and, checking out books to being a rocker. That's crazy. That's funny, though. That's a good jump, though. Very nice. I can see why she would have gotten out of being that. It's like a librarian, basically. So, Bruce Springsteen, landscaper. I could see that. He's kind of looks like a landscaper. Ozzy, a butcher. I had no clue about that. What a good jump that was, being a butcher to a rock legend. Man, excellent. Deborah Harry worked at Playboy. I could see that. Because she was always kind of risque and stuff like that. Ringo Starr, one of the Beatles, a machinist. Nice jump there, going from a machinist, which pays decently, I guess, or could, and then going to a rock star. So yeah, very nice. Oh my goodness. Celine Dion, a cafe singer. So she stayed in the line of work. She started out singing there and then became famous, doing the same thing. Mariah Carey, a hair sweeper. So what does that even mean, a hair sweeper? So was she just working in the hair salon sweeping up hair from when the hairdressers to going to be Mariah Carey? That's crazy. What a monster jump. She must have like sang as she was sweeping up the hair and then somebody heard her one day and got her into it or something, or maybe went to do auditions and stuff. So that's just funny to go from such a piddly job to being so famous. Man, Whitney Houston, a fashion model. So that's in the same kind of line of work, you know, showbiz, that kind of famous stuff. Tina Turner, a nurse's aide. So yeah, there's an everyday job to rock star. Yeah, very nice, very nice. Like that. So yeah, this is interesting. The Bon Jovi was studio janitor, so that kind of makes sense. He was working in the studios and then got his break probably from working into the studios by singing and saying, "Hey, I got a group, you know, you want to hear it?" Bill Collins, a model. I would have never guessed that. So I wonder what kind of modeling he did. That's interesting to know. Sting, a school teacher. That's kind of interesting considering some of his songs are about school teacher being obsessed with his students. So, I mean, maybe he was just singing about his thoughts of those days. Brian Adams, a dishwasher. So there you go. Everyday job, becoming famous. Yeah, I don't blame you for getting out of that. That's for sure. I've done dishwashing before in a job. I mean, it's okay job. It's fun, but it don't pay nothing, and there's no future to it. So yeah, I could understand leaving that. Sam Smith.
Staying up when I go out. You gotta know I'm all yours.
Oh, this. Wow, here we go. Sam Smith. I'm not real sure who Sam Smith is. Bartender to singer. Okay, that's a good jump up. Dua Lipa nightclub. So I don't know what that means. Was she singing in nightclubs? Was she dancing in nightclubs? Was she working as a waitress in nightclubs? I mean, that's kind of undescriptive, descriptive. Of course, with the picture below it, I wonder if she was a stripper in a nightclub. Maybe that's what that means. I don't know. Rita Ora, shoe seller. So yeah, that's very nice. Very nice jump and a very good upgrade there. Because man, selling shoes, that would just even if they're shoes you like, that's got to be so boring. And Louis Capaldi, I've heard the name. I'm not real sure who he is, but I've heard his name. And a fish seller. So did he like work on a dock or what? That's funny. A fish seller. But man, what an upgrade that is. That would probably be a very boring, disgusting job and then smelly too. But yeah.
But when I say what's that about, you start slurring your words. Tell me why you have to seem so distant when I'm holding you. Your fingertips are drifting.
All right. Cher was a waitress. Okay. Okay. The the old-fashioned path to get success. Be a waitress, wait tables in Hollywood, and hopefully get famous. Diana Ross, a hairdresser. Okay. Harry Styles, a bakery worker. That's a hot job. I mean, but then again, you might get to snack on all them things you're baking, so that could be a fun job, but hot. And then Ed Sheeran is a guitarist, so he's in the same line of work and got famous from it. So yeah, there we go.
Away, and I fucking love how it hurts. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I?
So Chris Christopherson is Army pilot, so right from the Army to singing, kind of like Johnny Cash, Air Force to singing. Kenny Rogers, a Sail V cleaner. I don't know what Sail V is or what that means. Some kind of cleaner. Maybe a vacuum cleaner. Oh, Sail vacuum cleaner. Okay, so he sold vacuum cleaners. Ooh, that's a hard job. I think I did that for about 2 weeks once. The Kirby vacuum cleaners, which were the best, and they still Still kind of are the best, but they make them cheaper now. They're not made out of metal anymore. They're made out of plastic and TPU or whatever they call it. Jack White. I have no idea who Jack White is. Upholstery. Meg White. Let's back up that. Meg White.
You always leave me. Why do I, baby? Why do
Bartender. So yeah, I have no idea who Jack White or Meg White is.
I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby? Why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby? Why do I love the touch but
All right, so Calvin Harris, shelf stacker, so a stock boy. Snoop Dogg, McDonald's crew. I could see that. Especially if you know him when he was younger and you could see his look when he was young. He looked like a McDonald's person, possibly. Dr. Dre, a club DJ. Okay, so he was right into that line of work. Ice Cube, an architect. I never knew that. Wow. That's a good paying job, too. So, yeah, that was a leap of faith there to go from that professional, big paying job to taking a chance at the music industry. Very nice.
never love the feeling? Why do I, baby? Why do I? Why do I, baby? Why do I? Why do I, baby? Why do I love the touch but never love the feeling?
Oh, now this is interesting. MMC performer for Justin Timberlake. I'm not sure what that is. MMC performer. So music of arts maybe, or something along those types of lines. Kelly Clarkson, cocktail service. So bartender, cocktail server, waitress, that kind of thing. Dance teacher, Alana Morissette. Okay. And Gwen Stefani, a house painter. I would have never guessed that. Yeah. That job can be tedious. It's fun for like your first hour, but then it's like, oh, again. It's like, crazy. Huh. So Chris Cornell, a fishmonger. What the heck is that? Is that like a fisherman then, maybe? Or something along those lines? That's what I'm assuming. Eddie Vedder, security guard. Okay. Britney Spears was a dancer. Yeah, because she was on Disney and all that stuff. Christina Aguilera, the MMC performer again. So what does that mean? What does the MMC mean? Does anybody know? Because I just can't think off the top of my head. I'm thinking it's something like the arts, dancing, singing, performing, that kind of performer, just like plays and stuff, basically. All right, we got The Weeknd, stock clerk. Okay, stock boy. Bruno Mars was an impersonator. So that's interesting. So that may be like a comedian impersonator type thing, or maybe he was like doing Michael Jackson impersonations or something. Ariana Grande, stage actress. So that fits the thing. I actually was talking to her right before she got famous. When I was in my group, and I was doing touring and stuff, I actually was talking to her about being my female singer. And right when I was talking to her, she just got the contract for Hollywood for a record deal. And so she was actually in the process of moving from where I am to LA. So I missed out on her just by a hair. Drake, TV actor. Okay, I didn't know that. I wonder what he played in. I've never seen him in any movies, so maybe he was playing like extra parts or something. So Blake Shelton was a roofer. Ooh, that's a hard job. One of my dad's best friends and a good friend of mine, he did roofing for years, and that's a very labor job with hotness and bees and all kinds of craziness. Luke Bryan, a farmer. No, that's a hard job. John Legend, a consultant. So I wonder what he consulted, because they can make some really good money too. So yeah. Frank Ocean. I'm not sure who Frank Ocean is, but he sold sandwiches. So maybe he worked at Subway. I've done that before. I worked at Subway. I was a manager at a Subway. Actually, a couple of Subways. But yeah. Okay, Post Malone, chicken seller. What the heck? That would be funny. He must be from the South. Because maybe he's lived on a farm and he sold chickens to places or something. I don't know. That's kind of curious. Travis Scott. I've heard the name, but I don't really know who that is. Theater usher. So he worked in a theater. Lil Nas. I recognize that name. I've never seen any of their videos and don't really have any urge to do so. Theme park worker. So, okay. Yeah, that's an exciting job, but don't pay diddly. So he did good by moving up. Bad Bunny, a bagger. So, bag boy at the grocery store. Yeah, he was just on the Super Bowl, I heard. I didn't watch it. I heard Bad Bunny and I'm like, I don't even know who that is. And I still really don't. So when I heard there was going to be a no name, in my opinion, on the Super Bowl, I'm like, okay. When the Super Bowl went to halftime, I went in and watched YouTube until the game came back on and I heard it playing. Then I went back in and watched the game, which I'm kind of glad I did because I heard it was terrible halftime show and all kinds of chaotic craziness on there and FCC violations for all kind of content that you shouldn't be showing on TV. But anyway, no interest in them. Don't know who they are. Don't care. Whatever. So Jay Balvin, had no clue who that is. They were a painter. Ricky Martin, band member. So he stayed in his career. Ricky Martin, I know him. I live in the Vida Loca and all those songs. Gloria Stefan, I know her. Translator. Oh, that's a cool job. That'd be just telling people what the other one says. Man, that'd be nice to be getting paid that money. Dolly Parton, a radio performer. So I wonder if she was like a DJ or had a radio show or something, probably.
Messing with my head again. You had your heart set on me, but these feels they come.
So we got Lauryn Hill, street performer. So, ooh, a busker is what they call it in the UK and over there. So, street performer. And then she got into performing professionally. So, yeah, there you go. Same thing. Moved her way up, doing this, what she loved. Erykah Badu, daycare worker. Oh, wow. What a great experience that is. To move from basically babysit, daycare, that kind of thing, and moving up to a professional singer. That's a nice upgrade. Alicia Keys, a cashier. Yeah, cashiering is fun, but it's boring and it's tedious and it don't pay crap. But so yeah, she did very well by moving up there. Halsey, a hotel clerk. So yeah, very nice upgrade for that. Very good.
Go, and they come so easily. Tell me what it is about you that I can't forget. But you're breaking down my walls again.
So Reba, a ranch worker. I could see that actually. I could see her growing up on a ranch, working on the ranch, all that kind of thing. Little Richard, dishwasher. I knew Little Richard. I actually met him. I met him, man, I was young when I met him. I was 14, I think. I think I was 14 when I met him, and I got to talk to him and all that kind of thing. He was there talking to my school about drugs and drug use and all that kind of stuff. Janet Jackson, TV actress. She was actually, if you don't know, she was in the show Good Times when she was really little. I think she was 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, roughly. And she played in Good Times as the little sister. What was her name? I don't remember her name in the show, but it was like Dynamite and JJ, and then she was the little sister there. Prince, studio clerk, so that kind of makes sense. He hung out in the studio and got famous from it and trying his music out and all that. And so yeah, very good.
Thanks for watching. Leave your opinion in comments. Next video coming soon.
All right, so great video there. Very nice. So yeah, thank you guys for stopping by. Please like, comment, subscribe. It really helps the channel out a lot. We do have a merch store link now. It's in the channel main page, or it could be in the link of the description of the video. There's also a donation link if you don't want to buy merch, but you just want to donate, then that's there. Yeah, so thank you guys. You beautiful people have a great day, and goodbye for now.